Dignitas as top and mid push, and it will be, again, extremely difficult for Dignitas to defend because they don't have that great initiation. They do have Lee Sin. Lee Sin can engage on the team, but with the slows, with the whirlwind from Janna, there's just so much kiting potential from CLG.
Scar trying to get rid of that ward, but we got all this poke. We got Big Fad putting down the artillery shots, but he is getting a little bit low on mana, so that is a little bit of a concern, but we got Dominate popping the ult. He wants to get the engage. They're getting a little bit too hasty. We're being slowed. They're being chunked away, but Double is actually caught out in front, and now Saintvicious, next target, Dominate, will be getting out in front, doing some damage, doing some slows, not able to get away. Will Dignitas continue the counter engagement?
Yeah, and you do see, wow, the flash from Voyboy, he doesn't quite have the energy. He will jump in. The whirlwind will stop him, but Dignitas still extremely strong in these head-to-head fights if they can sit there and close on someone. They were able to pick off Double Lift there. Then they were able to chase down Saintvicious. They have, with the Mundo slow, with the red buff, they have good sticking power once they engage. The issue is how they engage and whether or not they can pick anyone off.
When CLG, they may be down one member so far. If this goes into a full-on engage, it would be a 3v4. But that's one of the advantages of having all this poke. You don't need to be on the front lines in order to do damage. Dominate coming to try and get a little bit more damage on here. We got the mini wave tanking the tower. Dignitas here to defend. And you know what? I also just want to take a moment to note. Look at all these towers still left up for CLG. Dignitas has not taken a single one.
Yeah, CLG just complete control of the game so far. Again, Dignitas, they recognize, though, their team can just snowball extremely quickly whenever they get a chance. So one, misstep from CLG, one big fight for Dignitas could be huge, but we do have this bottom tower almost going down. One of the Nexus turrets is almost down as well. And in the meantime, we see Saint and Double Lift are going to just do a two-man Baron here. They can do it extremely easily. They have plenty of damage. Dignitas can't defend it because we have this split push. And even with this split push, there's not that hard of an engagement opportunity. So they know that they can kite with the slows. They know they can kite with the whirlwinds, and they can just get out of there. So there's no opportunity for the 5v3 fight from CLG.
CLG CVs around the Baron, but we got the buff. Now Dignitas knows, oh, that's where they've been this entire time. We can get a few more shots here on this turret. Should go down, yes. And now CLG can just go ahead. There are all these, all the tier 3 towers are down. We got super minions actually pushing the Nexus towers. One inhibitor still up, second inhibitor still up. Last few super minions going to be taken out there by Voyboy, but Dignitas once again, they have no choice. They have to defend. CLG with Baron buff, all 5 members, they can go ahead, get the push they need, and they just slow push forward the game.
We do have a cleave on the hotshot, though. There's kind of a chase here. Scar going down very quickly. There's the ultimate from Caitlyn. Can he go down? It does hit one more spear. Oh! The spear actually hitting Cutie Pie. We do have the shield from Voyboy onto Scar, but that is huge. We will have this inhibitor going down with the 5v4. Wow, another spear picking up Scara. And so now we're going to have all the inhibitors down. This is going to be the final push for CLG. They're taking the game against Dignitas 2-0 in the series with that beautiful game, that poke comp. Just really effective play the entire game.
CLG, all they need to do is take out these Nexus turrets. Dominate, caught out in front. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot. This is Dignitas' last stand, but they can't do very much. Second tower going down, and then onto the Nexus. CLG moving on to grand finals against TSM GG.
And that's what I was hoping for. I was talking with CLG coming into this tournament. I wanted to see the poke comp at some point in time. It is one of those comps that they are very well known for. We had seen it with the GG Classic. They had used it to some effect, primarily because they can just play it so well, even with a ping disadvantage. But here we saw that wasn't an issue, obviously, with this setup. So they are just able to have the perfect coordination in those fights, always turning back and forth when they need to, kiting just enough, and then turning back to get that damage on Dignitas while Dignitas is retreating, never giving them an opportunity to engage.
And you know what? It's just a nice, healthy reminder for all the pro teams out there. This is why you ban Nidalee against CLG. You see it in effect, just those spears taking out champions, just one shot, half health, it doesn't matter, you're gone. But you know what? Fantastic match, wonderful match. I think we got to get both teams up here. Fantastic display. Can we get both teams up here? Wonderful display from CLG.
Well, we do have CLG and
glad
Dignitas.
to see them here. And good show also from Dignitas. I'm glad I got to see the Mordekaiser this weekend. But you know what? It is not over.
We do have CLG versus TSM, two of those oldest, most established teams, that long rivalry going off between the two teams. TSM does have the one set advantage, but it is a full double elimination tournament, so we will have a full best of three. Whoever gets the first two matches gets that. If TSM wins it, it's over. TSM is are the champions. If CLG wins it, we have another full series. So a potential 6-game series here if CLG is able to push it all the way. It's going to be intense. Both CLG and TSM at the top of their game, playing some of the best matches I've ever seen out of them before.
We've had a fantastic weekend, but it's still not over. We got grand finals coming up later on today. But you know what? We're going to take a quick break. Stick with us. This is IPL4.
Something revolutionary has arrived. The new standard in graphics from AMD is here, redefining virtually everything that came before. Higher frequencies, more memory, better frame rates, superior resolution than our previous generation, and the world's first 28-nanometer GPU.
The new AMD A-Series APUs give you discrete-level graphics and multi-core CPU power, all on one chip.
Hey everybody, welcome back. CLG will be moving on to face Team Solo Mid in the finals. But before the games begin, we have an interview with Saintvicious over on the couch with Travis from State of the League.
Hey everyone, Travis here with Saintvicious from CLG. Saint, what do you think of this crowd?
This is probably like the most excited crowd I've ever seen. Usually I have people that are like, oh my god, Yordles, and oh boy, but like these people are crazy and like smashing stuff.
I know. I'm kind of concerned that there's going to be a riot. Like,
Yeah.
no pun intended, but it's going to be.
There was a guy who flashed me earlier, so I don't know what to say about that.
Did you like what you saw?
We're not going to talk about that on
All
camera.
right, that's fine. So you actually just beat Dignitas. I think Dignitas, for many people, were the favorite to win this whole tournament. Are you surprised at all by the results?
Well, we have a terrible track record against Dignitas because they keep pulling out the mozzarella every time, and just like we get cheesed into oblivion, and then. But I don't know. We figured out how to beat it, and we cheesed them right back with the poke comp. So.
Yeah. Were you at all concerned? I mean, obviously you banned out the support, the tri-support that they brought in. Were you just afraid of that?
Well, I mean, anything can be countered, but it's like we didn't have something like on hand that we're gonna do with it. Like
Right.
later, maybe we're like, okay, we figured out what to do against it. But for
Right.
now, it's like I don't want to deal with it.
So I was actually at a party last night with Double Lift, and Reginald walked up to us, and he told Double Lift that he would actually rather have faced Dignitas in the finals than you guys. How does that make you feel?
You'd rather face Dignitas than us?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, they have a much better tracker. Like we have like I don't know, like 10-20% win rate against Dignitas. Like,
Yeah.
So, but then like TSM, we do a lot better. So it's like AAA, right? They like beat every European team. They beat M5 every time. Like they've never lost to them.
Right.
But like against American teams, like I don't know what it is. Like they just can't play against them.
So you actually have to face TSM in 2 sets of 3 in order to beat them.
Don't remind me.
Do you think you have the stamina to keep that going?
It's a lot of games. I'm gonna have to get some juice to go up in that.
I don't even want to know what that means. But but hey, before you go into the next set, do you have anything you want to say to all your fans out there, CLG fans, etc.? We'll do sponsors in a second, but there's girls just screaming out there. Actually, before I ask you about the fans, I want to know what is your secret with women? Because they come out of the woodwork. I see tweets.
I don't know, man. Why are you stalking my tweets?
They're tweets. They're
This
public.
guy's the one tweeting. He's like, "Hey Saint, meet me up in room 14."
I just wanted an interview. That's just an honest interview. That's all I
Okay,
wanted.
maybe they just want interviews.
Okay, fair enough. But do you have anything you want to say to the CLG fans out there?
I just want to thank the CLG fans because I mean I think it's the craziest. Like I don't know, nothing against the other teams, but like V8 or somebody comes and they're like, "Yeah," and CLG comes and they're like, "Oh my god," and they like start throwing babies at you and stuff. I'm just like.
All right, how about sponsors?
I definitely want to thank Razer and Own3D for supporting us. I mean, we've been with them for a long time. Like, it's been over a year now. Like, they had our back. So I want to thank both of those guys. Thanks a lot for helping us get here.
Hey, thanks for the interview and best of luck against TSM. Hope you pull it out in the grand finals.
All right, thanks.